Hello, everyone. I'm L'Oreal, and I'm your new customer service manager at Corollary Marketing. Let's talk about becoming a values-based team. As we focus on values, I want to share a few of my most important values. They're accountability, honesty, integrity, perseverance, and transparency. With that, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about myself. Before I started working with this company, I worked at Waffle House as a waitress. When I started, I was extremely shy. I was afraid of talking to people, and it got to the point that customers thought that I was being rude, and I wouldn't get very many tips. I was unaware of how my emotions affected my customers. Often customers would match my negative vibes, and that would correlate to them not wanting to give me a tip at all. I decided that I needed to change my approach, be more open and positive towards my customers. I very quickly saw an improvement in the amount of tips I was taking home. This is just an example of how much of a difference good customer service can make. Which brings us to my vision statement, which is to inspire you all to work in concert with respect and integrity so that we can provide excellent customer service. This is just a common goal I want us all to aspire to. As we start this new journey, I want to remind everyone about how important emotional intelligence is. As a unit that specializes in customer service, we need to be mindful of what state of mind our customers are in so that we can be better equipped to help them solve their problems. It can be hard to discern over the phone, but pay attention to their tone of voice, their choice of words. Do they sound sad, angry, or neutral? Using this information, take a quick second to check in with yourself and how you are feeling. Okay? It's important to get an accurate self-assessment to ensure that we don't project our emotions onto people we are trying to help. An accurate self-assessment can help you deal with many interactions in the office, not just with customers. When you're aware of yourself, your capabilities, your strengths, and your limitations, you can accurately determine exactly what needs to be done to solve the problem. Another thing I want you to be mindful of is the idea of self-management, okay? When we can be aware of our emotions and manage them successfully, we can have a greater impact on the emotions of not just each other, but our customers as well. I want you all to be aware of your mental space and how it will affect others. If you're holding on to negative emotions, the people around you can feel that and will likely meet you with that same energy, okay? We must be mindful of the negative vibes we may get from those around us, especially our customers. We will work together to instill an unbreakable wall of optimism in every one of us. One of the biggest jobs we have is to be able to manage our own emotions and the emotions of our customers. Don't allow those negative Nancy's to cause us to lose control of our optimistic mindset. Let's say you're taking a call from a customer and they already sound impatient, annoyed, and frustrated. If you meet them with kindness, compassion, and an optimistic attitude, the majority of the time you'll notice that their voice softens. They calm down a little bit. Self-management and optimism work together to convey confidence and a dedication to solving problems. Customers take comfort in interacting with someone who can handle their emotional state and get the job done. We work in a field where we have to interact with people of all different types of backgrounds. In order to effectively help our customers, we must go above and beyond to be socially aware. Now, social awareness is about empathizing with people regardless of their cultural background. You might come across customers with different national origins or different ways of communicating that you may find odd simply because it's new to you. This is where unconscious biases can negatively affect your interactions with customers. You may be asking yourself, well, what's unconscious bias? I'll tell you. It's There's stereotypes about certain social groups that exist outside of your own consciousness. So there's stereotypes that you've been taught over the years by society, maybe by the people you are around the most, about certain types of people, certain social groups. And it's important to refrain from letting your unconscious biases get in the way of connecting with customers, okay? Bias can determine how you help one customer versus how you help another customer of a different cultural group. It can create tension in the workplace. If you're open to certain coworkers and cold and stiff around others, to prevent this, each month we will have a diversity training workshop where we discuss scenarios in which we interacted with someone of a different background, how we handled it, and how it could have been handled in a more inclusive fashion. Okay? We'll talk about the different cognitive biases we may come across, like affinity bias or overconfidence bias, for example. So affinity bias is being more likely to help someone who is most like you. For example, you get a customer that you relate to very easily and are more eager to help because they're a lot like you. Overconfidence bias, on the other hand, is being overly confident in your capabilities to the point that you won't seek out another perspective that could be helpful because you believe you can handle the problem on your own. We will be talking about more types of cognitive bias in our monthly workshop to ensure that we are providing customers service that is empathetic and ethical. Now, relationship management is about encouraging teamwork, respect, helpfulness, and cooperation. It's about making sure we all work together to foster a safe and friendly work environment. It does not mean that we avoid conflict and never get upset. It just means that we practice conflict management and try to keep any negative effects at bay and encourage only positive effects. Ethics plays a big part in relationship management. Our company, just like most others, has a code of ethics. If you see me, the supervisor, behaving in a way that goes against one of our ethical codes, you're going to lose a bit of trust in me. That's going to create conflict and hurt our work relationship. You're going to think that I think I just don't have to play by the rules, so why would you? It might encourage you to be dishonest with me as well. We want to avoid that. And the best way to encourage healthy relationship management is to be open and honest with each other about our thoughts and behaviors in reference to company ethics. All right, let's wrap things up. So, because our department is so focused on directly interacting with our customer base, what I really want you all to take from this is the importance of self-management. Specifically, I want us to focus on having a positive outlook in all situations, whether it be talking to a coworker or a customer. Let's work to improve our adaptability. As you know, circumstances in the workplace are constantly subject to change. Okay? Let's be prepared to change course as you work to achieve goals, any tasks. If you find something's not working, let's just try to think about the problem differently. What other routes can we take to solve this problem? Stay in tune with your mental space as you practice emotional self-control. If we improve in all of these areas, when we come together as a team, we will attain collective efficacy. When we have collective efficacy, we will be confident in our ability to work together and successfully solve problems and reach our goals. Thank you so much for listening.